3 years ago, a sudden illness left both my legs paralyzed, but just now I actually felt something in them. I touched my legs, excited and terrified at the same time. Last night I was supposed to take my medicine on time, but my hands were shaking and I accidentally dropped it into the toilet. Then today, I could feel my legs again. Could there be something wrong with the medicine? But Dad paid a fortune for this imported drug. I take it every night right on schedule and I've never missed a single dose. Dad once told me that if I stopped taking it, I'd become completely paralyzed, or even die. But after missing one dose, I got feeling back in my legs. Was this just a coincidence, or has he been lying to me? The thought sent chills down my spine, but right then, Dad had quietly appeared behind me. Jai, why are you up so early today? Yeah, I went to bed pretty early last night, so I got up first. Remember to eat later. I left breakfast on the table and lunch is already made and in the fridge. I'm heading to work now. I'll make you dinner when I get back tonight. Looking at my loving father, I really wanted to tell him I could feel my legs, but my reason told me, not yet. So I forced out a small smile. Got it, Dad. Go to work. Be careful on the road. I heard the door close and knew Dad had left, so I tried my best to stand up. But after so long without movement, my legs had badly weakened. There was no way I could stand in such a short time, so I went to the window first to check. After making sure Dad had left the neighborhood, I went into his room to look for the medicine. Dad told me the medicine was really expensive, so he only gave me one pill every night. Soon, I found a bottle. Inside were the exact pills I'd been taking. But there was no label on the bottle, so I had no idea what they really were. Just as I was wondering, footsteps suddenly came from outside the door. They were quiet, but I was sure they were Dad's. Why did he come back? He should be at work right now. The next second, I heard the doorknob turn. It was too late. What was I supposed to do? Then an idea suddenly hit me. I threw myself forward as hard as I could. As soon as Dad came in, he saw me on the floor and rushed to help me back into my wheelchair. Jai, what happened to you? As Dad spoke, he actually glanced at the cabinet behind me. Dad, I'm sorry, I'm so useless. Fall is almost here, so I wanted to take the heavier clothes out of the cabinet and wash them first. But I accidentally fell. Dad frowned a little, clearly not buying my explanation. Didn't I tell you already? You don't need to do anything. Why won't you listen? I just see how exhausted you are every day, so I wanted to help out with some chores. After saying that, I didn't give Dad a chance to keep questioning me. I started hitting my legs hard. It's all because of these legs. I'm so useless. Seeing that, the suspicion on my father's face finally disappeared. Silly kid, this isn't your fault. But the moment he said that, I felt a sharp pain in my right leg. Then I saw blood flowing out. Turns out when I fell earlier, my right leg got cut by a screw on the wheelchair. My father saw it too. Xiaoji, why didn't you say anything if you were hurt? Dad, I can't feel my legs at all. Did you forget? Stop talking. I'll treat the wound right now. With that, then he took out an iodine swab to disinfect my wound. The next second, a sharp pain shot through it. I pressed down on my legs as hard as I could, terrified they would start shaking. Xiaoji, you really can't feel any pain? Hearing my father's question, my heart nearly stopped. He was definitely testing me. Aha, of course I can. Otherwise, I'd be screaming my head off by now. After hearing that, my father kept treating the wound with his head down, but a faint smirk appeared at the corner of his mouth. After that incident, my father was clearly on guard around me. He never used to watch me take my medicine, but these past few days, he stayed until I swallowed every pill before leaving. Of course, I didn't actually take the medicine. After he left, I'd stick my fingers down my throat and make myself throw up. A week later, my legs were getting more and more responsive. Not only had I regained feeling, I could even stand for short periods. Looks like there really was something wrong with those pills. That day, I didn't flush the pill down the toilet. Instead, I put it in a plastic bag. Since we were poor, my father had only bought me a basic phone, so I called my childhood friend, Wang Qiang. Chenjie, long time no see. How's your recovery going? Wang Qiang, are you free right now? Yeah, of course. Need a hand with something? I need you to come to my house now. But when you get to the door, don't knock. Just call me. I'll open the door for you and we can talk after we meet. All right. I'm coming over right now. Dad had been on guard around me lately, and sometimes he'd come home out of nowhere, so I had to be extremely careful. Just then, I heard the door unlocking. Dad was actually back. I quickly hid my phone under the blanket. Xiaoji, I was worried you'd get bored all by yourself, so I bought you a Rubik's Cube to play with. I'm fine. It's been like this for years. I'm used to it. I looked calm on the outside, but inside, I was freaking out. He came back so suddenly that I didn't have time to put my phone on silent. If Wang Qiang called me now, I'd be dead. But the very next second, the phone rang. My heart practically stopped, and Dad's face turned vicious. Damn it, it's gotta be that idiot boss calling. Hearing that, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. Turns out it was Dad's phone ringing. Xiaoji, I have to go to work. Stay home, and if you get bored, play with the cube. It'll help pass the time. Dad, don't worry, I can take care of myself. You really don't need to worry about me. Just focus on work. Not long after Dad left, Wang Qiang called. I'm here, open the door. Okay, I'm coming. Chenjie, why did you suddenly ask me to come to your house? Here's the thing. You know my family's poor, but I have to take this really expensive imported medicine every day. So I wanted you to help me find out what it's called, and see if I can find a cheaper alternative. Why don't you just ask your dad? I did, but he wouldn't tell me. You get it, right? I get it. Your dad wants you to take the best medicine. He doesn't want you using cheaper substitutes. Parents really do give everything for their kids. I'll help you out. Seeing that, I handed the medicine to Wang Qiang. After Wang Qiang left, I anxiously waited for the results. Finally, 4 days later, I got a call. Chenjie, I found out what it is. This drug is a muscle relaxant. After taking it, your muscles lose strength. Why are you taking this? What doctor prescribed it to you? Hearing that, my whole body started shaking and I immediately hung up. So my legs weren't paralyzed. They only became like this because of the medicine. But why would Dad do this? I couldn't think of a single reason. He's my biological father. Why wouldn't he want me to stand up again? As I thought about it, a chill ran down my spine. I turned around and saw Dad standing right in front of me. Xiaoji, who were you on the phone with just now? No one. It was just a spam call. Stop pretending. I heard everything. I can't believe you trust an outsider instead of me. I've spent all our savings trying to treat you, and I'm buried in debt. And you actually think I'd hurt you? Seeing the hurt look on Dad's face, I froze for a moment. Could I have really misunderstood him? Dad, since you figured it out, I'll just say it. You say I don't trust you? Then explain this. Why did you give me muscle relaxants? Huh? You still don't trust me. That was medicine the doctor prescribed. How could it be a muscle relaxant? Really? The doctor really prescribed it for me? You silly kid. Why would your dad lie to you? That Wang Qiang was never a good guy. You actually believe him? If that's true, can you take me to get the pills tested? You said the medicine was expensive and hard to get, so you only gave me one pill each time. But you clearly bought a lot, and you hid them in the cabinet.
Type of medicine is very expensive. Furthermore, it is extremely rare. We only get one pill at a time for you to take. I spoke while immediately walking toward my father's room. Then I started rummaging through his desk. But no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find the medicine. Damn it, it was clearly inside. Why isn't it here now? You silly child. That medicine is very expensive. Every day I can only go to the pharmacy to buy one pill. How could we have any extra at home? Are you dreaming? After hearing my father's words, I immediately collapsed. I knew he was lying to me, but I felt so helpless. Why is my father doing this to me? Seeing me cry, he reached out to wipe my tears with a towel. But in the next moment, I lost consciousness. I don't know how much time had passed. I woke up on my bed. Chenjie, wake up and eat breakfast. I heard him and sat up instantly. What happened? Was it a nightmare? My father looked just like he always did, as if nothing from yesterday had ever happened. I pulled up my blanket and rubbed my legs, but there was absolutely no feeling in them. Could it really have been a dream? Just at that moment, I suddenly noticed a scar on my right leg. Isn't that the scrape from when I fell the other day? If you still doubt me, then I will take you for a checkup now. My father finished speaking and led me to the entrance of our neighborhood. Coincidentally, a black car was already parked there. Wait, this doesn't look like a taxi. Nonsense. This is a car I ordered through an app earlier. After getting into the car, I couldn't see anything outside because the windows were covered with pitch black tint. I tried to open the window, but found it impossible to open. In the next moment, I smelled a strange scent and gradually drifted into a coma. By the time I opened my eyes again, I found myself. The medicine has already been tested. The results will be out soon, son. No sooner had he finished speaking than the doctor walked in. The test results for the medicine are here. This is medication to treat paralysis. There are no issues with it. How are you feeling, Chenjie? I wasn't lying to you, right? What did you say? I began to think. Last time it took Wang Qiang 4 days to get the results of a test. Why was it so fast this time? I vaguely felt that something was wrong, but could it be that the entire hospital and the doctor were fake? Young man, you must be persistent in taking this medicine. The consequences of stopping it are... Hearing them say that, I had no choice but to nod. After leaving the hospital, that black car was still waiting at the entrance. It was as if it were my father's private vehicle. Once inside, I tried to stare straight ahead, as that was the only view through the windshield. I silently memorized the driving route in my head. Returning home, my father called his company to request leave, saying that I had been having mental health issues lately, so he would stay home to take care of me. Even after I took my medicine, he insisted on checking my mouth thoroughly. I had no chance to spit it out, so I found a hammer and started trying to smash the door lock, but the lock was too sturdy. I still couldn't break it. A few minutes later, exhausted and angry, I threw the hammer. I accidentally knocked over the wooden panel behind my bed, and what I saw in the dark gap made my blood run cold. Hidden deep within the wall was a tiny glass-eyed camera. My heart skipped a beat. Why would there be a camera in my home? Was my own father spying on me? Or was there someone else watching my every move? Panic consumed me, and I spent the next few hours tearing the house apart. By the time I finished, I had found 8 of them. 3 in the living room, 3 in my bedroom, and 2 in the bathroom. My hands trembled as I gripped a hammer. I was certain my father had installed them. He was the only person who ever entered my room. But what was the motive? Surely watching me didn't require this many lenses. I smashed open the lock to my father's room, desperate for answers. I searched every drawer and corner, until I noticed a family photo hanging on the wall. It was a picture of my parents, but I remembered it hadn't been there the day before. Could it be hiding something? I tore it off the wall and found a smartphone taped behind it. I unlocked it and opened an app called Chenjie. My breath hitched. It was a live streaming platform. The top-rated channel, the one with millions of viewers, was a feed from inside my own home. I realized with horror that even the room I was standing in was bugged. Before I could process the nightmare, the stream went dark. Minutes later, the front door burst open. A group of men stormed in, led by a man named Huang Song. "Tranquiet," he said with a cold smile. "It's been 3 years. I didn't think you'd ever find out." "Who are you?" I screamed. "How did you do this?" "I am the founder of Chenjie. Your paralyzed life? That was a performance your father and I produced for profit. He owed me a fortune, and this was his only way to pay it back." The truth shattered me. My illness, my suffering, it was all a scam. My father wasn't at work. He was gambling away the blood money he made from my misery. "The audience is getting bored," Sang continued, eyes glinting. "But your revenge? That would be the most viral content we've ever had. Let's do a 50-50 split." A dark, cold realization washed over me. I no longer felt like his son. I nodded, agreeing to his plan. That night, we sedated my father and took him to a private clinic. We wiped his memories and permanently took his sight. Now, he sits in the dark, believing he suffered a tragic accident. Every day, I play the role of the devoted son, feeding him medicine while the world watches his blind man's life on my new record-breaking stream.